Yo, Raider Nation, it's your boy Mikey Raider coming to you guys with a quick little video just to get everybody updated. The Raiders are currently searching for head coaches, general managers, and they're doing their due diligence right now. According to the internet, there's reports coming out that they're interviewing multiple candidates for the GM position. They're interested in multiple coaches for the coaching position. But I just wanted to let everybody know, because a lot of people in Raider Nation are like, man, just hire AP, just hire AP. There's a process, everybody. There's a process, okay? It has to be legally done for the NFL, the Rooney Rule, and a lot of other things like that. And you know what? Even though we probably believe they are the best person for the job at this moment, we do got to do our due diligence. I said do 3 times in a row. Do. We got to do our due diligence. And again, somebody could sway Mark Davis and make him feel some sort of way or rethink it or think about it or whatever. But I just want to let everybody know I truly believe it's the process. Mark Davis publicly has to show this type of process when, again, we don't know what he'll do, but that's the whole game of smoke and mirrors. That being said, we should appreciate the fact that Mark Davis is actually interviewing and doing the due diligence, whether it be publicly for the media, for the NFL and their rules. We should actually be appreciative that he's doing it this way, because it just lets people know that he searched everywhere. And he went through multiple candidates. And then he came to the decision that AP is the best for him. Do you understand what I'm saying? That'll make AP even look better. That'll make, a lot of people say he earned the job. Because if they give it to him right away, if that was the case, if they give it to him right away, it's like, oh, you know what? They're just making quick decisions and they're not thinking about it. So this is a better look overall for not only Antonio Pierce, not only for the Raiders, not only for Mark Davis, but for everybody to think that the Raiders are being professional. Okay? And let's be honest. But while you do stuff like this, players and coaches and staff, people can be poached. Okay? And that's what's going on. People can be poached. Other teams can swoop in with multi-million-dollar offers or interviews or whatever the case may be, and it could happen. But therein lies where if they want to be a Raider, they're going to be a Raider. So if Antonio Pierce gets interviewed or anything like that with any other team, at least Mark Davis will know the lay of the land. Plus, Mark Davis also, in a report about 4 or 5 days ago, requested that anybody, whether it be Patrick Graham or anybody that's getting interviews with other teams, Champ Kelly or whatever, if they get an offer or whatever, to please let Mark Davis know so he can either up the ante, pay more, or figure it out, or let that person go so he can make an actual business decision. So that's what's going on with the coaching search and all that. So for everybody clamoring, hire him already, that's not the case. But the sooner the better, let's be honest, because we got the draft. And, they can start doing some recruiting. So I believe the Raiders will have an official announcement for the coaches, the actual hire, by the Super Bowl. That gives it about, a month? And I believe the same thing will be said for about the general manager. But the sooner the better. But I'm going to say, right before the Super Bowl, maybe that Pro Bowl week will be when all the announcements start happening for coaches around the league. And there is another candidate that possibly became available. Mike Vrabel was fired by the Tennessee Titans. And that's an interesting concept. Again, for somebody to not only have Harbaugh as a candidate, Mike Vrabel a candidate, Then the guy for Washington will become a candidate. He'll probably be fired soon if he hasn't been fired already. I haven't seen the news today. But again, in our hearts of hearts, we all want Antonio Pierce. We all believe he earned it. We all like the swag and the culture. And we believe he can bring in, and hopefully with the help of some other mentors that he has, he can bring in some coordinators and stuff like that. But we're hopefully going to try to retain Patrick Graham and other people like that. But again, it's going to be hard to do. So I'm not calling this next upcoming season a rebuild in terms of the players officially, but it is a rebuild in terms of the staff, guys. So let's be honest with you. That is what it is. And it's going to be a very, very scary offseason because so many decisions have to be made on so many areas. Not only players, draft picks, but staff, coordinators, their hierarchy in our system. And it doesn't feel like former Raider years when stuff like this would happen, because we at least feel we have a foundation and a system. And let's just hope at the end of the day, again, Mark Davis is his own man. And, I think sometimes he doesn't see the truth, even though it's right in front of his face. He'll yell at the fans, "Smarten up! Smarten up!" So let's hope he's smartened up. But he listened to the fans as well as the players and fired our former coach, which led to this resurgence, which led to Antonio Pierce and these type of decisions that need to be made. But hopefully he listens to the fans as well, because we got a good pulse on at least the attitude and the culture that we want in the building. And X's and O's behind, this might be the Raider way to do it. And a lot of the legacy players and stuff like that and the media are clamoring for Antonio Pierce, whether it be for DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, also to have, black general manager, black CEO, black head coach. What a great thing for the organization. And, the swag, the culture, everything that's being presented to us is a good thing. And in all obvious natures, if Mark Davis does publicly hire another coach or maybe even another general manager, but I'd say more so the coach than the general manager. But if he does do that, we're going to have a shitstorm. The divide is already there, whether it be the coaching staff before or our former quarterbacks and everybody else. Now it's Antonio Pierce versus Harbaugh or whoever else. And, oh my goodness, there's going to be a lot of pressure. It's going to be a lot of pressure, guys. But it's going to be an interesting offseason. And, I can easily ask, who do you want? I posted a poll on Twitter of who should get the coaching job between Harbaugh, John Gruden, if he's still a possibility, Antonio Pierce, or anybody else. So you guys let me know on the Twitter poll. For now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't see any other option than Antonio Pierce, regardless of Jim or John or whatever his name is, Harbaugh, being a good coach. They just won the national championship. Congratulations to them. I'm not a fan. I feel like he's got 50% McDaniels energy. And I don't want even 50% McDaniels type energy around this team. I want 100% of Antonio Pierce's energy around this team. Even though I'll be honest with you guys, there's 10% of me that has Antonio Pierce feeling himself. He's got that swag. He wants to be a little bit popular. It's okay. I get it. Like you said, do your shit, talk your shit, smoke your shit, drink your shit. It just, some of it is like, let's be a coach. Let's be a coach a little bit. But you know what? When fame hits you, popularity hits you, sometimes it's hard not to feed into it a little bit. It's hard to go back to that humble nature, you know, but the true characters will find that humbleness again. And I'm not saying he's completely went there, because he hasn't. But, you know, the true people will find that humbleness again, and they'll be okay. But the other ones, they'll be blinded by the light and go to that dark side. That being said, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know your thoughts on any other subjects that I'll come to you guys now with a daily video of my thoughts on the Raiders. I will be having a daily video every day with my thoughts on a certain subject, character, or storyline for our Raiders. That being said, please become a member of this channel. I'm going to start doing exclusive hangouts for members only. Merchandise will be coming. We're going to have monthly merchandise for the Raiders. And check everything out in the description below. Hit the bell for notifications. And if you feel like supporting me on this channel, when I do go live every Friday, we're going to have a Raiders Roundtable every Friday night between the hours of 6 p.m. Pacific and 10 p.m. Pacific, Eastern or Western time, whatever they call it. And if you'd like to be a member of that roundtable, you have to be a member, and links will be put in a post half an hour to 45 minutes before the show. And they will be deleted 15 minutes after the show to become a guest on the Raiders Roundtable each and every Friday night. But it's for members only. All right? That's some of the perks you get with becoming a member and supporting me. I appreciate you guys. I love y'all. And let me know any subjects you guys want me to talk about in a quick 12-minute video every day. We got some coming up. We'll talk about Devontae Adams. We'll talk about Josh Jacobs. And we'll talk about some other stuff that's going on behind the scenes that maybe not a lot of people know about. That being said, like the salary, the draft cap, and stuff like that. All right, for now, I'll leave you with this. The Raiders now have officially the 13th pick in the NFL draft this upcoming season. Hopefully it's not an unlucky pick. Hopefully it's technically a pick that propels us into the future with a winning culture. And we'll discuss who the Raiders should go after in our upcoming videos and roundtables. Mikey Raider, stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. I love y'all, and I'll talk to you soon.